What's up, everybody? It's Kenya, and welcome to Outer Space. More importantly, welcome to Monday. Welcome to Monday morning. I am doing something a little bit different this week. I felt like that. I know when I watch my YouTube videos or when I do my morning meditation, I always do it in the morning. And I typically post these videos at night. And honestly, the biggest reason why is because I don't want to have to tackle my hair in the morning. And I'm not sure I did a great job of doing it today, but it's acceptable enough for us to be on YouTube. So I'm doing it in the morning. Hopefully this will give you guys a little bit of inspiration before you go to work or as soon as you get there. So this past Saturday was the last installment of my series at Kara's bookstore. Kara's so graciously hosted me for 4 months. I've been there once a month since July, and it has been an amazing experience for me, going through my book chapter by chapter, sitting down with people who are interested in talking about it, and me really learning a lot more about what I think about these tools of the ego and these tools of the spirit. And this last one was just amazing. It was the largest crowd that I've had, lots of new people there, lots of great friends came out to support, and it was really, really amazing. So amazing that I didn't have enough time to do everything at the actual workshop that I wanted to do. Are you guys lopsided? I didn't have time to do everything that I wanted to do, but there was something that I absolutely wanted to say that I felt like was really important, and I didn't get a chance to really give it that much time, so I'm going to do it now, right? Makes sense. So as you know, last week's workshop was on destruction. And really focusing on self-destruction. What are the things that we do to hurt ourselves on a daily basis? What are the things that we do to hurt ourselves when things don't go our way? A lot of us, when we're feeling bad, we do something like overeat or drink too much, or text message people things that we shouldn't, and just do a lot of negative self-talk and stuff like that. All these just things that we do to hurt ourselves when we are trying to respond to not feeling well, right? And I introduced the concept of a feel better toolbox on Saturday, and I want to kind of go into more detail about what that is. So here's pretty much how things work. From every day, probably, there's going to be some sort of stimuli that comes into our life that doesn't rub us the right way. Uh-oh, it's noisy outside. It happens, things happen all the time that we don't like. People say things that we don't like. Things happen at work that we don't like. Things happen in our personal life that we don't like all the time. And sometimes it just makes us not feel too good. And a lot of times when we don't feel too good, especially when we don't feel too good emotionally and spiritually, our knee-jerk reaction is to do something destructive, to do something negative, do something that's harmful to ourselves, because we want to get that pain that's inside out. And so I think it's really important that in those moments, you have something immediately that you can do that almost always makes you feel better, okay? And I call it my feel better toolbox. And these are the things that I know can immediately snap me back into a great place if I don't feel well. And I want to share with you what's in my toolbox today, and I want to encourage you this week to create your own toolbox. So the first thing that's in my feel better toolbox is a shower. Showering is my favorite thing to do. I don't know, something about the water, something about, I'm a total toiletry whore, so I love, perfume and lotion, that type of stuff. So when I get in the shower, I pray, I have a great experience, I get out, I put on some sexy lotion, I smell good, I feel good. That always makes me feel better. The second thing for me is sugar. Sugar is not meaning like sugar, like a bag of sugar, but I'm hypoglycemic, so I have low blood sugar. So when I don't eat enough, I just don't feel well. So it makes me feel kind of sad, lethargic, annoyed, irritated, that type of thing. So when I don't feel well, I make sure I eat something healthy. I can make myself a protein smoothie. I can eat an orange, something like that. That makes me feel good. The third thing is sunshine. I need to get outside. Usually this means getting a run in, maybe just walking down the street to the store, just getting outside in nature. That usually makes me feel better. And the fourth thing is music. I love music. I don't think I realized how much I love music until this past year, but I love just listening to certain pieces of music over and over and over. Right now, the big thing that I'm listening to is this Hans Zimmer. He did the Inception soundtrack, the movie Inception. He did the soundtrack for that, and it's called Hans Zimmer OST Inception Premiere. It's 21 minutes of like classical music. It's really, really awesome. And those are the things that are in my toolbox. Those are my go-to things. So if I don't feel good, if I start feeling depressed or sad or overwhelmed, the first thing I do is get up and get in the shower. Second thing, get something to eat. Third thing, try to get outside. If I can't get outside, I listen to my music. That's what's in my Feel Better toolbox. And I want you guys this week to really think about what's in your Feel Better toolbox. And also, let me say this. Everything in your Feel Better toolbox needs to be something that you can control that is not related to another person. We are just as destructive with people as we are with things, items, and substances, okay? All of us have a person that's a crutch for us. But this is not about a crutch. This is about you finding a way to soothe yourself with things that mean something and matter to you. So this week, I want you just to observe what are the things that you do that make you feel great. Put those things in your Feel Better toolbox, and the next time you're not feeling well, instead of being destructive, pull something out of your toolbox and help yourself to feel better, okay? I do have some things coming up, but none of the things that I'm doing in the immediate future are open to the public, so it doesn't really make sense for me to share them. If you do want to check me out, every week I'm here on YouTube for the next, I want to say 14 weeks. I believe this is week. You know what? I don't know what week it is, but I'll be here until it's been 30 Mondays. It hasn't been 30 Mondays yet. So I will be here for the next 30 Mondays. I'm going to be introducing something very different to this channel in the next week or two. I'm very excited about that, but I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm excited. So I think that's pretty much it. I do have copies of Empty Space on my website, www.kenyajackson.com. If you like the ebook and everything like that, for Nook and Kindle, all that, it's on Amazon, and I think they're $3.95. So, yeah, check it out. In the meantime, you know what to do. Post your comments. Bye.